Hi, my name is Leyva, and today I will be explaining a color wheel for children and for those who are not so children, but children at heart nonetheless. So I will be starting off with explaining a color wheel to children. So when you think of a color wheel, you always think of the nature's first colors. You think of red, yellow, and blue. Red, think of roses, beautiful red roses, nature's intended color. When you think of yellow, you always think of the sun, the bright, shining, smiling sun. And when you think of blue, blue's a little bit harder, but you look up at the sky and you see blue. So always know that those are the primary colors, nature's first colors, ones that are always around you. You always carry something. You always see the sun, see the sky, and see the beautiful red roses nature gave us. So, when you think of that, think of your primary colors. Next, when you think of making more colors, you always have to think of using your primary colors as your base, your first things to mix. So when you want to make a secondary color, they're always a good mix. To use red and yellow, you always use those to make orange, like little oranges with little smiles. And well, in the case of making green, you'd mix blue and yellow. Blue and yellow makes green, just like the green grass below. Next, if you want to make, purple plums, maybe, just making purple is blue and red. So, if you ever think that you want to use purple for a nice skirt when you're drawing a cute figure, or if you want to draw the green grass below, always think of using your secondary colors. Use your primary colors to make your secondary colors. Okay, next I will be talking to the more mature audience of not so children. Okay, so when you think of a color wheel, always think of your primary colors coming first, then your secondary, and then your intermediate colors, also called your tertiary colors, which are your mixtures of your secondary and your primary. First, let's start off with primary. The primary colors are red, yellow, and blue. Those are the colors given to us by nature. Nature's colors always are going to be red, yellow, and blue, never anything else. Those can always be found everywhere. All the colors of the color wheel are based on your primary colors. All of your primary colors are what you use as a base for everything else. So, that being said, when you try to make your secondary colors, you have to use your primary colors. Your primary colors, red and yellow, will always equal orange. If you use a little bit of one primary more than the other, you might come out with a lighter variation of the color, but it will still be your secondary color. Now, red and yellow were only the example. So, when you want to think of your secondary color and you want to make something a little darker or a little lighter, then you're thinking of your tertiary colors, also your intermediate, as they're also called. So, when you're using your yellow and your red to make your secondary orange, always think that if you mix orange, your secondary color, and red, your primary color, always know that when you mix them, they will become your tertiary color that is called red-orange. Now, some might question, why red-orange? Well, here's the thing. You call it that because your primary color came first. So isn't it reasonable for that to be first behind, and behind comes your secondary color? So it would be your primary red and your secondary orange. Red, orange. Not the other way around. Orange red sounds a little bit weird. It doesn't sound very right. So think of it as a little trick. If you think about writing orange red, just think, which is my primary base and which one comes second? Hence the name secondary. So when you think of writing down your tertiaries, know that it's primary first, secondary, well, second. Thank you for your time.